Hey everyone,
I'm Steph.
I'm Michael
Today we're checking out Tranquility the Ascent.
from Lucky Duck Games. This game plays 1 to 5 players and has a box playtime of 20 minutes. So thanks to Lucky Duck Games for providing us this copy of Tranquility the Ascent, but they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. That's right. So, beats us way too early. So, we played the original Tranquility,
Yes.
and now we've got this fantastic cooperative mountain climbing game.
Yeah, so it plays similarly to Tranquility, but there are enough differences to make it feel like a new experience and a new game. And there's added challenges and all these things you can incorporate to improve the difficulty if you are not good at the game. Like, or if you are good at the
No,
game.
if you are good at the
Yeah,
game,
we're not
it makes it even more difficult.
Yeah.
We're not going to play with any of those, but I will show some of them to you while I teach you all the rules. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look.
So you're going to place the 10 triangular panorama mountain pieces. They are all these triangular pieces. They will not look like the normal cards of the card deck. You're going to place all 10 of those cards face up in a line like so. One of the difficulty levels is to turn over these panorama cards so that there are numbers above them. I mean, on the bottoms of them. I will talk a little bit about that in a little bit. So, um, choose one player who will go first, and then based on how many players you've got playing, you are going to give a bridge card to, in a 2 player game or 3 player game, you're going to give this to player 2. In a 4 or 5 player game, you're going to give one of these 2 players 2 and 4. Now, there are some Ascent cards that have a little mountain goat symbol on them. If you are playing with the mountain goat expansion, that is going to be necessary, along with these super cute little goats.
They're so cute.
But you're not going to need to worry about those symbols or those goats if you are playing the normal base version of this game. So, split up the deck as evenly as possible. If it doesn't split evenly, that's fine. Just give the starting player one of the larger draw piles and then give the rest of the cards out randomly. Then you are going to draw an initial hand of 5 cards. If you are like me, who is player 2, and you start off with a bridge card, you're going to get 4 cards plus your bridge card. So, on your turn, you're either going to play a card or discard 2 cards. Keep in mind, you don't want your deck to run out. So you might say, well, why would you ever want to discard 2 cards? Well, you might be forced to do so if you have no play. After you take your action, you're going to draw back up to 5 cards from the top of your draw pile. If your draw pile ever runs out, you're still unable to draw, but the game is not lost until you are completely unable to perform an action on your turn. We're going to keep going until one player is unable to perform an action on their turn, or we reach the very top and play a summit card up here at the top, of which I believe there are maybe 5 of them. There are not many of them.
No, but you don't need a lot of them.
No, you only need one of them. Yes, there are 5 summits, 5 bridges, yeah, and 72 ascent cards. Now, in these ascent cards, they are numbered from 1 to 12. And there are red ones, green ones, and blue ones. There are 2 of each value. So there are 2 of the red 9s, 2 of the blue 3s, 2 of the green 12s. So keep that in mind. So you will not need the hiker meeple. You will not need the 12 cute little goats. So, um, whenever you play a card, you have to place it next to an existing card on the mountain or on a new row of the mountain, as long as there are, these cards will be flipped over, but as long as there are two cards on a row, you could place one card above it. Now, everything else that goes on row 2 must not only be supported by cards below it, but must be next to this card on row 2. Meaning, if I've got two cards over here because we've gone over to the side, you cannot just put a card way over here. It must either go on immediately adjacent on the same row, or the first one can go anywhere on that row. Let me pick up my cards here. Hoping I still have my bridge. Yes, I do. So there are a few other rules. You cannot place a card in a row of a higher number than its value, meaning if you have number 1 cards, they can only go on the first row. You're not even allowed to place them on the second, third, fourth, fifth rows. They must go on the first row. So you want to play those low numbers early and save the higher numbers to when you get towards the top. So, excuse me. You can also place cards over a bridge card, but we'll talk about that here in a second. So, whenever you place an Ascent card next to an existing card on the mountain, you have to discard cards from your hand into a personal face down discard pile. So if I play a 7 here and Steph plays an 8 here, she discards one card because there's one number difference between them. If I play a 7 here and she plays an 11 here, she's discarding 4 cards from her hand.
Not a great idea.
Not a great idea. Now, if I have a 7 and you play a 12, that's impossible because you only have 5 cards in your hand total and you don't have 5 to discard. So that would be a no-go. Also, you cannot have 2 cards next to each other that are of the same color. If my 7 is red, you cannot play an 8 red, a 9 red, a 7 red, any other color red. You can't do that. However, you could play a 7 blue, and that would be great because there's no difference between them.
Yeah, that's good.
That's no discard.
Yeah.
So keep those rules in mind. Summit cards can only be played as the final card at the top of the mountain, and only when the rest of the mountain is complete. Meaning all of the spots down here has to have been filled by Ascent cards, which are the normal cards, with campfire cards, and with bridge cards. The campfire cards, they will allow players to relocate existing Ascent cards. So you place a campfire somewhere where there is already a card, and then you will move the card that is there and place it somewhere new in the mountain.
Still obeying the rules.
Still obeying the rules. Further, a campfire card can only replace a card of its color. So if you have the red campfire, you can only replace a red card.
Okay.
Also, after placing a campfire, you have to move the card up the mountain at least one row higher. You cannot put a campfire up here and place the new Ascent card down below. Let's talk a little bit about those weird bridge cards, which everyone knows I have one of these bridge cards. These will make a temporary extension to a mountain row. So if I place a bridge card next to another card, then no cards are discarded Also, do not discard cards when you place an Ascent card to the right or left of a Bridge card. However, when before you finish the game, this Bridge card must be covered up between two cards. And when you place a card here, you have to place whatever card you place, you're going to discard cards equal to the greater of these two cards. So if I put a 1 here, Steph puts a 12 over here, you're not going to be able to put anything here because let's say you put an 11. Well, that's 10 cards different for over here. Let's say you put a 2 here. Well, that's 10 cards different for over here. There's not really a good card you could put. So try to avoid a situation like that. Sometimes you need to put a bridge card, but don't put it in a spot that you're going to be impossible to get out of because you have to replace all of these before you can place that summit and be done. So rather than placing a card, you can just discard 2 cards into your face down discard and then draw back up. Make sure to keep your discard pile messy so you don't confuse it with your dwindling draw pile. If you can make a mountain to 44 cards before somebody cannot take a legal action, then if you can get that, then you win. Otherwise, you lose. Some of the optional expansions include these panorama objectives. So you'll start off, if you want to play this module, by flipping over the first 3 of these panoramas. These are specific panoramas that you're trying to capture on film, Miss Photographer.
Wow.
Yeah, so with this, you're trying to get a 5, 5, 6 anywhere in the mountain. If you do, that's great. Then you can, if you want, you can start off with 4 or 5 of these. What I think would be fun is once you get one, you turn it down and you turn up another one and you try to see how many of these can you get. But if you want to play with just, okay, I want to get these 3 and I have to get these or we don't win the game, that is another way that you can do it. The mountain goats, during setup, you're just going to place those goat meeples nearby. Whenever you play a card with a mountain goat symbol, it basically looks like a little mountain goat on the side of the arrow or the side of the number. It just has a little goat on it. So on your turn, you will place a card. When you place one with the goat symbol, you're going to put a goat on it. It adds a third action to herd goats. What you need to do is you will discard 1 or more cards to move a single herd of goats that many rows up the mountain. Those goats will collect goats as you go along the way. And you're trying to get 8 goats to the 8th row of the mountain. Because they are mountain goats.
Goats.
That's right. And you got to tote your goats.
Totes the goats.
So there's also an expansion module. It's the easiest one to add called the Green Path. It's the simplest edition. You are tasked with building a consecutive path of green cards up to the summit. And use the green hiker meeple as your marker that basically reminds people, hey, this is where we're going to try to go up up this path or maybe up this path. The hiker is not committed to a path. As long as you have a green path, then you are good to go. The guide rope cards, I don't remember seeing anything on that. Is that on one of the expansions, Steph?
I don't know.
Dude. Oh, here it is. Oh, the guide rope cards are used in solo mode. That's why I don't know anything about them. With the guide rope cards, so for solo mode, you're going to have to find and remove all 6 Ascent cards with a 1 on them. Find the 3 guide rope cards and place them next to your draw pile, and you play with a hand size of 6. Instead of taking the action of play card or discard 2 cards, these will present an extra option. Using one of these, it will mulligan your hand. You shuffle all the 6 cards from your hand into your draw pile and then draw a new hand of 6 cards. And if that's too easy for you, you can reduce the number of guide ropes that you have. All right, that's all the rules. You ready to go, Steph?
Yep. Good luck to you, because
You're going first.
I'm going first.
How about this card? That looks fantastic.
I played a 1.
Guess what I'm going to do?
Play a 1.
Unfortunately, no. I am going to play. Can I play a bridge on the bottom row?
I think so.
I'm fairly sure I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is great. I am going to place a bridge down here. You do remember what I told you about this side, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to draw up.
Maybe.
Okay. That's a 1. That's awesome. I am gonna play. Not great, Ralph.
Not great. I know. I hated starting with a 1, but I'm like,
7.
yeah. But I had
Doing the best I can here.
3 1s. I'm like,
This is great.
he's gonna have to play a bridge probably, but I think it's worth it.
Guess what? I might as well.
Wow. Not bad.
Yeah. I think I should probably do this right now.
Okay.
Discard 3 cards off to the side and draw up. That will get a lot of new blood into my hands.
Right.
3 because I'm 3 away from both, and 3's the biggest. That's as good as I can do.
Up a level 2.
I can, but why not play this while it's perfect for me?
Sure.
Sure. Oh, look, here's one of those mountain goats. You guys can see what he looks like. Doop.
I'll just play another 1.
You know what? That's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah?
I do love that.
Okay.
So now I am going to play. Now you could play a red or a blue above. Just want to clarify that for everyone. You just can't have them side by side the same color. And I do, in fact, have a 7. So I'm going to go ahead and play it just like that. Now what, Steph?
I guess I'll play a 7 over at the bot base over there.
That looks great. I wish I'd saved this.
Well, I know. That sounds like, oh, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
Fine. Then I guess I will.
Delphia.
Hey, Jelfia. I hate playing those cards for reasons.
Yep.
I'm going to play a 6 over here and discard 1 card.
Oh,
Well,
dang.
that's what I had to do.
Oh, dang.
Yep.
All right. I'll play a 3.
Discarding 2 cards for the difference.
Yep.
Forcing me to play next to myself.
He started it.
6, discarding 1.
Ooh.
6, discarding none. Yuck. 3 on the third row.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play this campfire on the 7 over there
This 7.
and place that 7 like about like here.
About like here.
Yeah.
That seems good. I'm going to put this 3 right here.
Yeah.
On the third row.
Right. Yeah.
That's your discard pile?
Yeah.
I see, I see.
Well, I don't
How
know.
about a bridge? That's great because that allows me to play my 3 right here on the third row. You're not liking something.
I don't know. I wish I had better.
Better cards. Make your life happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Gotcha. You probably didn't want me to play a 3 here.
No, but it is lower.
Maybe a 2.
I got problems here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Sorry.
fine. I'm gonna play a 10.
A 10. Well, high roller.
No, just if I play down here, we're closing off low possibilities, so I don't know what's the right play.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to maybe clean up your mess over here.
Okay, that's fine. I'll
Okay.
let you do it.
So you can do something else. That's a 10 and a 9.
I have to discard one with that.
That's correct. Oh, the crying. I hear it. Boo boo kitty. I'm going to play a 4 right here, discarding 1. Drawing up.
Mm. Mm.
This is a useless card. This is a useless card.
What goes on the other side of a fire?
On the other side of a fire?
Yeah.
What do you mean on the other side of the fire?
Like if I displace this, what would go here?
Oh, then you would count it off of
Look
the
at
one
the-
farther, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I
I'm
just
fairly certain that is what the rule is.
Just
Double checking
curious.
here. So the rules are weird on this. When it says when playing a card next to a campfire, the player must discard cards as if they were placing next to the closest Ascent card to the left. Now, what if the Ascent cards there was nothing to the left? I think what it means is like, or you replace this one and you place here, there is no Ascent card to the left. I think it means one further away from the campfire.
Yeah.
That the rules do not make sense as written.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna place this on the 7 red cat on the bottom there.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put it on the bridge.
You're going to put it on the bridge.
I have to discard one for that.
Yes, you do.
Boo.
Well, it freshens your hand up. You don't seem like you like your hand.
No, but boo.
I know, but boo.
Yep.
You called me butt boo.
Boo earns.
Whoa. So I have a 7. Hopefully that will clear something up for you. I must discard 1. Oh, it's the 1 here. You don't like it. I hear you.
I'll play above that.
You'll play above it. It's a 3 on the third row.
Yeah.
I am going to place.
Like, am I allowed to tell you where not to play?
What?
Am I allowed to say like?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
fine.
No communication of that.
Fine. No.
Nah. I mean, there's always the spot above.
Right.
We'll place a 9 here. Hopefully she doesn't go no, like that. That is a 4.
Just so it's worth, we do have a path going.
Oh, we do have a green path. So we put a little green hiker there if we wanted to do it.
Not saying we're going for it, but I'm just saying.
I'm not saying we're not going for
Going
it.
for it.
How about a 10 here? No discard. Oh, she didn't like it. I heard it. I heard the whining. So here's the catch. Do we keep a summit in our hand or do we discard it? But there are only 5 of them. Eventually they'll clog your hand.
Like this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I declare a thumb one. I'm gonna start a new.
What did you make, Jelfia? You said you made it.
You're not gonna like me
Why?
if I do this.
I have several things I can do. I don't care what you do.
Okay, great. I'm doing
That
this.
what?
What? Do?
No, I don't like you for that.
Hey.
Because reasons.
Yeah, well, you said you had several things to do.
I do, but my goodness.
And I guess I could discard cards. It's a little late though.
All right, let's give this a shot.
Okay.
I am going to place a 6 here, discarding 1 card. Oh, hey, how about this nasty 2?
Yeah, twos are.
2s are now done because of reasons.
Results.
How about that? What's this? It's an 11 again.
Yep.
This is why we can't have nice things. This is why you got all sorts of crud just sitting there
What?
like luggage.
Good job, Delvia.
I am going to place the 5 that I can no longer place in the 5th row. I'm going to place it here and discard 2 cards.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to discard which 2 cards? I'm going to discard these 2 cards. What?
Nothing.
You're raising your hand.
No.
I'm going to discard these cards and I'm going to draw 3.
Okay.
Oh, great. That's an 11. All right.
Yep.
How about a 9, no discard?
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this is 5.
We're 1 off the green here. Can't do it.
6.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting.
Trying to give you options.
Yeah, I got options. I do have options thanks to you.
You can't just put a bridge off the side.
I will place a 12 with 1 discard and 2 draw. Yeah, bridges to the side. I think you can. Let me look. No, you have to. Covering a bridge is possible for an ascent to be placed between 2 cards. All right. No, you can just. Bridges cannot be placed on the end of any rows. You are correct. Have a safe trip, Steph, and rock lobster roll.
Rock lobster roll. Rock lobster. Is it me?
I placed 12 and discarded. And then you wanted to know about the bridge on the end of the row.
I got a bridge. So
About that
I'll
bridge.
play it there for safekeeping.
Well, fortunately, I should probably be able to play on that. So I'm gonna play this 7 over here. No, you need options. I don't know how to give you options here.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine because you just played a bridge, which is a cry for help.
It's fine. I'm good. You do you.
I'm going to I'm going to give you different options. I'm going to put an 8 down here and discard 2 cards. I'm going to bail you out again.
Wow.
Discarding 2.
Maybe
Drawing 3. I am low cards.
That's I think you should worry about me when you should worry about you.
Too late.
All right.
So I got done.
I'm also going to play an 8.
Ooh, that's a lot of discards.
3 discards.
Fine. I will now play the 7 and discard 1. Draw 2. Running low.
So
We did not get our green pen.
Well, I blame you because I was going to put an 8 there.
Fortunately, it was not it.
I don't know if I should go higher.
Okay.
Or what?
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
Sure.
Looks like a 9.
Sure.
Plays an 8 here. Discarding something. 1. That's it. I better have some exacts here.
I think I'm just going to discard 2 cards.
Okay. Interesting. That's a 5. Discarding a card. Drawing 2.
This a 9.
I see that. Good job. That's a 10. Discard 1 card. 3 cards.
I know, and so it's 8 or higher.
3 cards.
I don't have a choice. I have to play something.
Me?
Yeah.
11. That was a good play. 2 cards.
I'm discarding 2.
She's hoping I have a summit in these 2 cards. If I discard 2, then she has to have a summit. Fortunately, I have a summit.
Yay! I didn't have one.
Yes. So I would have discarded 2. You would have discarded 2, and we would have lost.
Yes, if you didn't have it.
If I didn't have it.
In my first hand, I had a summon. Like, there's no way I'm keeping it for the whole game, so I'm gonna discard it in hopes that.
Yeah, I had several, and I discarded just enough.
I didn't have any more, so.
That was close. Heroic says that looks pretty neat on the table. It really does.
We weren't even close to the. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with goats. That seems very difficult.
Yeah, you had to discard cards to make them go up the mountain.
I mean, there were times when I had useless cards, so sure, but yeah.
You have to be tricky. Much more efficient than
we were not that efficient.
No.
But I like the challenge. I'm like, I had 3 1s in my hand to start. I'm like, I have to play 1. I know it's probably not ideal for him, but I'm going to do it.
We almost have the ski slope.
I know, I almost had the ski slope.
Because like if this had been down here, we would have had the blue ski slope instead of the green path up.
Yep. Nope, it's good. It's good. Yeah. I really like it.
And that did make
my list.
It just missed my top 10. Yeah. It was on your top 10.
Yeah, it's good. I really I enjoy the challenge of trying to play cards appropriately.
Of September 2024. Not your top 10 of all time, but your top 10 you played last month.
Last month. So we just did that today. So if you want to check out our top 10s, that's a video for it.
Yep. It all comes in this nice handy dandy square box. Be sure to check this out if you're a fan of co-op card games with a lot of cool little strategies and not being able to communicate, don't place over here. Can't do that.
I wanted to say that a few times.
Yeah, you want to say that. Then be sure to check out Tranquility, the Ascent from Lucky Duck Games.
Yes.
And if you enjoyed this teach and playthrough and you want to see more just like it, search for Board Gamer Steph on YouTube and find our 1,300 videos full of teaches and playthroughs. Or even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we stream every Wednesday and Sunday afternoons, evenings at 5 p.m. Central. How many games do we stream?
3
or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.